What's up, Breeze Heat family? We are back with another recipe. This time we have a smothered chicken recipe. So if you're here, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to hold your comment until the end, and once you see all the magic happen, or once you make it, that's totally fine. But make sure you comment, like, subscribe, because that's how I know y'all like these recipes, okay? So don't be afraid to talk to me in the comments, because I want to see what y'all got to say once y'all try this. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. I started with some chicken drumsticks. I had some in the freezer and I really needed to find something to do with them. So here is what I did. I sprinkled them with some, well, I guess drizzled on some olive oil. And as y'all can see, I already have my onion, thyme, garlic, and parsley in the back all ready to go, just to make this whole process easier. So I'm going to go ahead with my seasoning. I did poultry seasoning, thyme, rosemary, all-purpose seasoning, some paprika, salt, pepper, and a little bit of dried parsley. Now, I did about 1 tablespoon of each, honestly. So I'll put that in the comments, well, in the description, y'all already know. Check all of that for your full list of ingredients. And if you guys want more access to like all of my recipes, like not just the ones that get posted on YouTube, but all of the ones that I get posted on social media, some of the old ones, or just like easier access to the recipes that are in my cookbook, you can go ahead and check out my website. I now have all my recipes up, and they're going to kind of be on like a subscription basis. So go ahead, check that out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I want to talk to y'all, so talk to me. But yeah, go ahead and season it on up. You want it to look nice and seasoned. Like season the inside of the drumstick, the outside, all of the skin, in the skin. Rub it around so it looks like this, okay? Now, we're going to do all of this inside of our cast iron. So it's going to be the only thing that you need. I have my cast iron. I heated it with some olive oil. And once the olive oil, so you're going to heat your cast iron first. So once your cast iron gets warm and hot, add your olive oil. Then you're going to let your olive oil get warm and hot. Then you're going to add your chicken. That's how you get that sear on it versus having, like when you put it in and it kind of heats up as it goes. It doesn't have as deep of a sear. So you're going to go ahead and give it that time. Let that olive oil heat up, okay? So add in all of your drumsticks. I think I did like 7 or 8. Do as many fit in your cast iron. Try not to overcrowd it though, because if you overcrowd it, then that can cause like some issues with it cooking. But then I also took the rest of the drippings from the bowl that we seasoned it in, because I had some like extra olive oil. I think it was probably just a little bit of what I had left over. So go ahead and add that into your pan. Now you're gonna let these cook on each side for about 4 to 5 minutes. This is on like a medium high, not too high, because y'all know I don't do none of that. So I say like a 5 or a 6. Don't do nothing 8, 9. All them high numbers, don't do that at all, okay? We're not doing that over here. We're not burning our food. And honestly, I feel like you get a lot more control with the stove at a lower setting, you know, because you're able to turn it up if you want to have a higher sear or anything like that. But yeah, go ahead, flip all of your chicken. Like I said, I did about 4 minutes on each side. And once you're done with the 4 minutes, you're going to remove them from the pan. And it's going to look like this. Turn that heat down to like a low. So probably like a 3 or a 4. Add your butter in. And you're going to use this butter melting as your, kind of like the way for you to get all these pan drippings up. Now, I know it looks like that might be like burnt residue, but one, we didn't burn our chicken, y'all. We didn't do it at all. So we already know that's not burnt. But this is all of the flavor. Like that seasoning that you put on the chicken, y'all, this is it right here. So use that butter to scoop that up, because that's going to be excellent. It's going to taste real good in our gravy. So use that, gently scoop it as well. Don't be, you know, all aggressive burning up y'all pans or nothing like that. Just do a gentle little scoop. If you got a wooden spoon, that works perfectly, like I'm doing in my cast iron here. Like I said, gentle and a low heat. Y'all see this butter is not melting very fast at all. So you're going to go ahead and add in your onion. Now, I did a half of a yellow onion, and y'all know I love yellow onions over here. If you like white, do that. Do white or yellow, but I wouldn't do the red for this recipe, just because I feel like it has a more pungent taste. So, yellow or white, whichever you prefer, add them on in. Add in that minced garlic. I think it's like 4 garlic cloves. I don't have the recipe directly in front of me right now, y'all. But, yeah, 4 garlic cloves right there. Mix it in. Make sure you check the description box for your grocery list, okay, y'all? And also, Give this a really nice mix. You're gonna see all of that flavor from them pan drippings getting into that onion. Y'all, this recipe is so good. I can't wait for y'all to try it. It's so good. I really am excited for y'all because y'all love my recipes and it keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. So I'm gonna keep uploading this stuff for y'all, bringing the heat into y'all kitchen and teaching y'all how to make gravy from scratch, because guess what? You that girl or you are that boy if you can make some gravy from scratch, all right? Can't nobody tell you nothing. Those type of vibes. That's what I'm saying. So now you're going to add in half of a cup of flour. My camera did cut out, so don't be talking about me. But you're going to add half a cup of flour and mix it up. You're going to let that cook down for 2 minutes before you add in this chicken broth, y'all. So let your flour cook down for 2 minutes, mixed up into them white onions before adding in your chicken broth. I did, I believe, 2 cups of chicken broth, 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. So I did 1 cup at a time for my chicken broth. I mixed it well, and I did the other cup. Now this is just going to allow you to have a little bit more control over how thick you want your gravy or how thin you want it. This is more of a thinner gravy. So if you want a more thick gravy, I would do like 1.5 cups, okay? But yeah, do with the information what you will. Do it according to your preference. Because I know sometimes people like thick gravy and it ain't nothing wrong with that, all right? Do what you want. Add in that heavy whipping cream. If you're lactose intolerant and you say like, why is she adding some cream to this? Guess what? You don't have to do this step. You can do the same exact step that I just did. Probably with a tainch more flour, like half of a cup, and still achieve the same results, okay? This is just something that I wanted to try, and I really like the creamy, rich texture that it gave the gravy. So that's what I did, and I really liked it, so I'm gonna share it with y'all. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna add in some thyme. I probably did about like 6 or 7 like leaves of thyme, and then I added my chicken back in. Now of course your chicken is not done after only cooking for 4 minutes on each of them sides, so don't be worried about, you know, it looks bloody, oh my god, that chicken is not done. We're not eating it right now, okay y'all? So you're gonna add it in. We're gonna let it cook again for an additional like 25 to 30 minutes, and that's what's gonna have that chicken be nice and done. So you're gonna put all of your chicken in, leave it there, add on a little bit of parsley just to make it a little fancy, cover it, and when you uncover it, it's gonna be like bow, 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 bow. Look, nice. You know, this is on a medium heat too. Like, I would probably say like a 4 or a 5, y'all. Don't do nothing above that. It's not gonna burn to the pan. Just make sure you're controlling it. And once you're all done, you can pair this up with, like, I like rice. Y'all know I love rice. You can also do mashed potatoes if you want. Do whatever you want. And some green beans, broccoli, whatever breakfast, whatever vegetable you want. Like I said, I was going for a thinner gravy, so this is the consistency that I was happy with. If you want something that's thicker than this, when we're doing the flour portion, add you a little bit more. Add some parsley, some thyme for presentation purposes because it just looks good, and you know we being healthy. And follow Breeze Heat for more. Y'all already know we coming for some more recipes. See y'all soon.